Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to yesterday's NBA news, or well, the last 2 days NBA news, because yesterday I just didn't have the time to do it, and today I'm doing it for the both days of the 28th of August and 29th of August 2024, and we'll talk about a lot of things. Actually, a lot of things have happened in these 2 days. Funny enough, the one day I don't have a time to do shit. A lot of things has happened. But that doesn't matter really. Anyway, let's get into it. Steph Curry is signed a 1 year, $62.6 million extension with the Warriors, which will keep him under contract through 2026-2027. And because of the over 38 rule, which means over 38 years, over 38 years of age, obviously. The 1 year extension is the max the Warriors could offer, and Steph just extended. He wants to stay a Warrior, and I'm happy about that. And hopefully we can find a way to make those last, well, we'll see how many years, but at least last 3 years, as special as it can get. And yeah, it will be fun to keep watching Steph. I hope I can at least get a visit down there once. I just want to see one game. I'm never gonna watch the Splash Bros together live, and I understand it, but at least once I want to see Steph Curry in a Warriors arena just hooping. I do want to do that. Anyway, those are my dreams. We have a new signing. Lonnie Walker is signing with the Boston Celtics on a 1 year vet minimum deal, which is fucking crazy. Lonnie Walker had a really good year last season, shot 38% from the 3-point line, and I mean, he's a bucket getter, and a good shooter now. And I mean, you all know on this channel what he did to my Warriors in that game. What was it, game 4 of the Lakers series, where he single-handedly, I mean, won that game essentially in the fourth quarter for the Lakers. It was fucking crazy. And Lonnie Walker to the Celtics is just such a great deal. Brad Stevens continues to just prove he is in a different fucking league when it comes to this shit, man. He's just in a different league when it comes to this fucking shit. It's honestly disgusting, and that's awesome for the Celtics. And even if it doesn't work out for Lonnie Walker, if he is waived after training camp, he can get a bonus if he plays. If he plays for the G League team, which, I mean, is good for him, at least in that case. And it's kind of crazy. I guess the expansion teams, should come soon enough. While LeBron James is set on becoming an owner once he retires, and the Las Vegas expansion team seems the most likely. That has been gaining traction for, I feel like, the last 2 or 3 years, where I feel like I've heard them talk about this expansion. While we'll see if it happens, if it gets resolved this year or next year, and if it comes with a Seattle expansion, how it all works out, we don't know yet, but I mean, we're all certain it will happen. It is just a matter of time, and LeBron will very likely be an owner of the Las Vegas team, or at least, own some part of the team once he retires, which, I mean, hey, he can one-up Michael Jordan there even. But we'll see. Anyway, the Warriors want Brandon Podziemski to take 8 to 10 threes per game, and there was a whole interview with Anthony Slater for Podziemski about the trade rumors about the Warriors wanting to keep him, wanting him to be the guy, and they want him to take 8 to 10 threes per game, which I think is, a lot of pressure on the kid. There is no doubt about it, but I think he can handle it. I think he was made for this pressure. And I mean, from what I saw in the scouting reports I watched last season after we drafted him, and my favorite creators talk about him, this should be a good thing. He should take more 3-pointers. He was a sniper in Santa Clara, so I mean, I don't see that much of a problem with this. So we'll have to wait and see how this all works out for the Warriors, but hopefully it does. And I'm gonna be rooting for Pots, no doubt about it. I love Pots, man. So we'll see. And Netflix will have a starring 5 series. It is starring LeBron James, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, and Domantas Sabonis. And it was following them throughout this season that happened, 2023-2024 season. And I mean, if it's a hit, then it probably will have some other players being in this series next year, and 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 next year. But, I mean, why not, right? If it helps grow the game, and it helps show, you know, non-NBA fans and non-basketball fans the beauty of basketball, and it makes them attached to some players, it's fucking awesome. And I mean, I think the guy with most to gain here is Domantas Sabonis. For him, this should be a great opportunity to make himself likable to the masses. While Luke Traves is signing a 2-way deal with the Cavaliers, 56th pick of the 2022 NBA draft, and he was playing in the NBL for Melbourne, so he's signing a 2-way deal with the Cavs. We'll see how, how much opportunity he really gets here, right? But it's a deal that happened. While in the WNBA, we had a 4-game slate on Thursday, and it was a banger. I mean, 5-game slate, god damn it. It was a banger. While I couldn't watch as much as I'd like to because I just had a busy day, like I said, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna give you what happened, just in case you're not following, and just because I'm pretending to be a fucking news outlet or like evening show that talks about all the NBA world stuff. But it is what it is. So the Sparks beat the Liberty, which was a huge upset, 94-88. A really huge upset for the Liberty, especially, who have been struggling a little bit, but I mean, they should be fine, right? But it is a really ugly loss. And shout out to Rickea Jackson. She's having a really good under the radar rookie season. Obviously, she was outshined by Cameron Brink when Cameron Brink was healthy, but she's making a really good impression. She had 19 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals on 7 of 11 shooting from the field, 4 of 6 from the 3-point line. The 3-point shooting looks fucking nice. And on the season, as you can see, her averages are, when we round it out, 13 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game on 47% shooting from the field, 38% shooting from the 3-point line, and 77% shooting from the free throw line in about 27.6 minutes per game, which means like about 28 minutes per game. And that's fucking awesome. And obviously the Erica Hamby had a really great game. Barrel had a really good game. Odyssey Sims had a really good game, which it's really weird that the Wings got her. It just is. But I guess there just was no room for her in that team, I suppose. The Lynx continue to be on a roll. They beat the Mercury 89-76, shot 11 of 26 from the 3-point line, had a really good team game. It was not just Nafisa Collier having a great season. Having a great game, even though she did have a really great game, but it was just not that scoring outburst we've seen recently. And I mean, the Lynx had 4 people in double-digit scoring. Everyone contributed a bit, and they dominated the Mercury, who once again struggled with the turnovers, 19 turnovers to 15 assists. Kalea Copper is struggling a bit after what was an awesome first game return to the WNBA. Against the first 2 games, actually, right? She had back-to-back great games against the Sky and against the Fever, but afterwards she's been struggling, and even in, I guess she had a good game against the Dream too, but I mean, it has just not been as efficient and as great as you would like it to be. And this Mercury team just, I don't know, lacks some type of chemistry. Brittany Griner had an off game today, which just can't happen for this team if they want to win, because she's the driving force here, and it is just tough for the Mercury at this point and stage of the season. While next up we have the Storm beating the Dream, finally a must-win game for the Storm in my opinion because of the way they've played. They won 85-81, a really good close game that was just back and forth. Obviously, Gabby Williams once again played. Is she the connector for this team? Plus, minus of 5 of the bench. She once again couldn't find her shooting, but she seems to play the role of a connector for this team, which probably might be what they needed. And obviously, Nneka Ogwumike, Skylar Diggins-Smith, and Jewel Lloyd had really good games today, which was awesome and huge. They also kept the turnovers down, just 8 turnovers tonight to 19 assists, which is huge. While for the Mercury, Tina Charles at 19, 17, and 10, which was awesome, but They just, while they dominated the paint points, they lost the 3-point battle by 2 3-pointers. And obviously the Seattle Storm were more efficient, they got to the line more. So it was a close game. The Dream continued to, improve, play better after the break. But, I mean, they're building upon this season, and hopefully they can take this momentum throughout this rest of the WNBA season, the last month of it, and keep the momentum building for next year, I suppose. The Mystics beat the Sky, who are on a free fall, 74-70. The Mystics have been playing better. I've talked about Brittany Sykes. She's been awesome, even though she had a off night today in terms of shooting. She still had a really good all-around game nonetheless. Ariel Atkins had a really good game. Dawson had a really good game. What is her? Stephanie Dawson, I'm pretty sure that is. So, a really good all-around game for them. Kept the turnovers down, just 19 assists to 13 turnovers. Shot 8 of 21 from the 3-point line, which is huge. While the Sky took just 14 3-pointers, shot 5 of 14. Had 23 turnovers, which, I mean, is 10 more turnovers than the Mystics, which, I mean, you're just not gonna win games like that. And Angel Reese can't find her stroke, around the rim. Just she's struggling from the field. It is what it is. The rebounds are there, but the shooting from the field is just a struggle. While Kennedy Carter did not play due to apparently not feeling well. But the bright side is that Camila Cardoso is finally, they're finally playing more through her and giving her more opportunities to shine, and she's been taking them since the break. 10 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists today on 3 of 4 shooting. She's been awesome. They should just focus on her even more than Angela right now and just play through her, because she's fucking awesome. And lastly, we had the Fever beat the Sun, 84-80, which was a surprise to me. The Fever out-rebounded, outshot, and kept the turnovers assist ratio all right. And I mean, Lexi Holly has been hooping. She's been a bright star for them out of nowhere in a way, because she's just had some heaters off the bench for them, which we did not, expect. Alia Boston has been playing really well all around. Caitlin Clark, obviously, while I don't think she's had like the explosion games that we've expected from her, she's been really great, really efficient. And I mean, Kelsey Mitchell's been hooping, Nalissa Smith's been hooping. I mean, everyone's been just playing really well for this Fever team, and they found their rotations, it feels like. And I really wonder how dangerous they're gonna be, because they have a really favorable schedule. When it comes to the rest of the WNBA season, they play the Sky, who, I mean, they've played really well throughout the season. And obviously the Sky are free-falling in a way. Then they have the Wings twice, who obviously have a better... I mean, they are obviously not as bad as the record suggests, especially with Satu Sabali back. But it still is... It still is just a favorable schedule. They play the Sparks, they play the Dream, they play the Mystics. While they have 2 games against the Aces and a game against the Lynx. The Lynx obviously being the best team probably after the break right now, obviously with the Liberty up there. The Aces look beatable, right? So, I mean, out of the last 9 games, they essentially... I see 2 losses if they play as well as they've been playing. Obviously, it's highly unlikely, actually. But, I mean, one of those Aces games and one of those Lynx games. And, I mean, they should be favored in a lot of these games. So, they should end the season on a high note. And we'll see how that works out. But it's awesome. It's fun. Nonetheless, thank you all for listening, for watching. Sorry that I didn't make this yesterday. As always, be kind to yourself and others. Hopefully the X Factors are coming by probably Monday, because I just didn't realize how busy I'm gonna be throughout this week. But I'll try to make it as soon as I have enough time and I have enough will. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Be kind to yourself and others. Be gentle with yourselves, and I'll catch you all wherever, whenever. Love.